Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Aslan Hajavani, joined by managing editor of Warchant.com, the ultimate Seminoles sports source, Ira Schoffel. We are here in Charlotte at ACC kickoff. A big, exciting day as things got started. Commissioners Forum. We heard from the coaches and players from the Coastal. Jeff Cameron announced as the newest member of the Warchant.com family, but the day tapered off and became a bit of a somber note as things wound down here in Charlotte, Ira, with news about Coach Bobby Bowden, age 91, being diagnosed with a terminal illness now. A man who hasn't been here in Charlotte in over a decade has kind of taken everybody's thoughts and caught everyone's attention right now.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, his word kind of leaked out. Tallahassee Democrat reported that Coach Bowden's family released a statement confirming that he does have a terminal illness. He's still with us. There's no news on that front, thankfully, right now. But his prognosis is he's been given a terminal prognosis, and his statement was that he's at peace with it, and which you would expect, as we all know, Coach Bowden. But it's something everybody is going to need to prepare for. And so as the news started to leak out throughout the day, coaches and media members and just people in this industry started to reflect on it, and it just shows you the impact Coach Bowden has had. Like you said, Coach Bowden's last season at Florida State was 2009. 12 years ago, he used to be the king of this event. When we used to cover the ACC kickoff in the 90s and 2000s, he was the guy. Everybody crowded around Coach Bowden to hear what he would say, and now people are just reflecting on it. And it's been interesting to hear some of people's thoughts, and some of the media members are almost like they're talking to each other to kind of counsel each other through it. And, a lot of the coaches have had a lot of strong things to say as well.
Yeah, I mean, many media members have reached out to you here in Charlotte to kind of talk to you, get your thoughts on it. I mean, what's kind of been the theme or the thought or kind of what's been going through their mind as they've heard the news?
Yeah, like you said, I mean, I've talked to a couple of the media members who are here, but then also I've had a few phone calls from people as well as news guys gotten out there. What's interesting is the same things that fans say about Bobby Bowden are really the same things that media members say, which is really unique. You don't usually hear that. Most often, a coach or a player may treat the media one way, fans a different way, but really they all say the same things I've heard from fans for so many years, which was he made you feel special. When you talk to Coach Bowden, speaking to Ivan Mizell, a long-time college football writer, used to be with Sports Illustrated and ESPN, and he's here today, and he was just saying, when you go sit in his office, you just knew he valued what you were asking. Like he listened to what you were asking, and he tried to give you an honest answer, and he just made you feel like he enjoyed talking to you as part of the conversation. And that's something I've heard from fans so many times through the years, that when you met Coach Bowden at an event or on the golf course or at a restaurant, he made you feel like you were the center of the universe for that little period of time. And so, for all of the wins and the national championships and Heisman Trophy winners and all the things he did to help revolutionize college football, the thing so many people take away is those personal interactions.
Yeah, again, an extreme testament to Coach Bowden's character. Again, as news started kind of leaking out here to ACC kickoff, we spoke to several coaches, Coach Mack Brown, Coach David Kuckler from Duke, as well as Coach Bronco Mendenhall from Virginia, to get their thoughts and memories about Coach Bowden.
I love Coach Bowden and Ann, and he has been a mentor to me for many, many years. I said there's 5 or 6 guys in my life that have picked up the phone every time I would ever call them and ask them a question. He's in that group.
It's emotional for me. He's one of my coaching heroes. And I'm sure for many, I know many of his players, and I know they attribute a lot of what's right in their lives with him. I think in a time where a lot is changing in the landscape of college football, let's celebrate Bobby Bowden and what he brought to so many young people and young coaches.
When I was a young assistant, driving through Tallahassee, I think it was on a recruiting trip, and I went to see one of my buddies, and Coach Bowden heard some people talking out in the hallway. He stopped what he was doing, he came out in the hall, introduced himself, had me come into the office and just talk to me. Where you're from, what does your family do, those kind of things. What are your goals in this profession? He didn't have to do that, but he did it, and it made an impact on me.
And being a young head coach and having some early success, Nike, there's a group of coaches that they kind of sponsor on these different trips. And one of my first trips, Bobby Bowden, Joe Paterno, were on that trip, and I was like, what am I doing with these guys? Like in an iconic way, and they were 2 of the first people and their wives to greet us, Holly and I, and I'll never forget that. It was just like someone with this amount of success was genuine, authentic, and looking to be helpful to a young head coach, and that left a lasting impression.
One of my greatest memories is going up in the tower with him at a spring practice. And all of his assistant coaches, they know me. I'm like, what are you saying up there, man? I'm telling them y'all can't coach, you know. But in all seriousness, just to be inside his head. And I've got just recently pulled out some documents that I'm fortunate to have of his thoughts. And before I knew this, was reading them this past weekend. So I'm very appreciative.
Obviously, he's a tremendous coach, tremendous career, created a dynasty when he was coaching there, and just, prayers go out to him and his family.
Nobody's ever had a top 4 team 14 straight years and won national championships. I mean, nobody. And that's never going to happen again. So he's one of the best to ever do it, if not the best, and I love the way he did it. The players that played for him love him. The coaches that coach for him love him. But again, thoughts and prayers. What a wonderful man that has meant so much to me in my life.
Yeah, it's been an emotional day that we didn't expect, but as you can tell, Coach Bowden's impact reached many, many people in this industry. We'll have more reaction to the news and more coverage as we go further from ACC kickoff in Charlotte. And just wanted to say our thoughts and prayers are with Coach Bowden and his family. Very special man in the Florida State community, and we wish him and his family nothing but the best.
Yeah. For Ira, I'm Aslan. We'll be back tomorrow here in Charlotte. ACC kickoff. Florida State takes a podium first off at 9:45 in the morning. Full coverage coming up right here on Warchant.com.